A team of US researchers say they've narrowed down the search for the wreck of Captain Cook's HMS Endeavour to a group of 5 ships in a Rhode Island harbour. However, it could take some time to determine if the historic ship is amongst them, and it's unlikely any artefacts will ever be returned to Australia. North America correspondent Stephanie March reports from Providence.
Beneath the quiet waters of Newport Harbour lie more than a dozen shipwrecks. One of them could prove to be very important to Australia.
One of those could be the Endeavour. If it's one of the ones we've already mapped, that's an 80% chance we've already mapped her.
HMS Endeavour has inspired replicas, but the original hasn't been seen for almost 240 years. It carried Captain James Cook on his historic voyage to Australia. It was later sold, renamed the Lord Sandwich, and used as a troop carrier in the American Revolutionary War.
She went back and forth to the Falklands.
Researcher Kathy Abbas says with the help of documents recently uncovered in a London archive, she's narrowed down the search for the Lord Sandwich to a group of 5 ships scuttled off the coast of Rhode Island.
So what we're looking for is not the Endeavour. We're looking for the Lord Sandwich, because what's on her is probably going to be, in terms of small artefacts, is probably going to be that later use.
They're just laid out.
The cluster of wrecks have been sitting in the busy harbour for almost 2.5 centuries, and time has taken its toll.
Basically all that's left is the ballast rocks, which were actually used for ballast for the ships, and everything else has either been salvaged and removed. They're just piles of rocks.
Local dive shop owner Matthew Verrier hopes one of the wrecks is HMS Endeavour, but he says it will be hard to prove.
There's nothing really left of them. If they get into some digging and really start finding some relics, I just think that it's going to be really tough for them to prove.
Researchers say test excavations on similar sites have turned up artefacts, including leather, wood, metal and ceramics. But even if they can find items from Captain Cook's historic ship and prove they're authentic, Australians may have to travel a very long way to see them.
We'd like to share her, but in a way that doesn't damage our economic benefits of taking advantage of it. We want you to spend your money to come to Rhode Island.
The Rhode Island team say they'll need at least $7.5 million to correctly identify the ships, recover their remains and preserve them, a task that could take many more years. Stephanie March, ABC News, Rhode Island.